And if you think it's a bit slow, you can speed things up with an ability. Hello everybody, in this video we take a look at a game called Niftons Arena, a VR game. This game seems to be inspired by the game Lemmings, but it's a multiplayer, real-time strategy game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anybody to play with, nor there's an option to play against AI. But if you have friends and they got a game, you can actually create a lobby and invite them to play with you. However, there's a practice mode that allows you to play against AI, but it's not very, let's say, smart, because it doesn't really do many of the advanced things that can be done. It kind of plays very, well, simply, just for you to practice and learn the game. But basically, this is similar to Lemmings. In Lemmings, if you play it alone and you need to move those little creatures from one place to the other, from the where they actually enter the arena until they exit. I need to do it to deliver the minimum amount in Lemmings, yeah, not this game, in order to be able to finish the level. And of course, there are obstacles and other stuff that prevent you from doing it, and it's up to you to find a way to succeed. Here it's quite similar. You basically, you see them coming from a certain location. You of course have a designated color which you play. You have your own creatures that are going to come out from the entrance. It's up to you to create a pathing for them to get to the exit. And you compete against other players. The one that brings the most lemmings will win the match. Now, a single match is 20 or 30 minutes. I personally think that's just a bit too long for a VR game. I personally like something that is around, 10-15 minutes when I play multiplayer VR games, but that's how it is. So as you can see, again, this is this is the practice mode, but you can see that there I start building towards the exit. And, in some way, of course, your ways can intersect with each other. And there are different tools for you to either bypass or interfere, like creating bomb, for example, as you can see, to interfere the other players. So here, for example, like creating a bomb, I want to stop the other players from moving. And you can see that the other player, the blue one, created up and down V-shaped one that prevented my creatures from actually passing through. So it just fell down. Before that, it's just passing through nicely, but because of this structure, V-structure, and I needed to eliminate it, so I needed to solve this problem. I put a bomb there, by the way, to stop them from moving, but it actually won't stop me because I can't delete. I can delete my structures, but I can't delete the enemy. So one way to do it is to bypass it. So let's see how I tackle this one. So basically what I did, I told you I can delete mine. So I basically just passing, doing a kind of a bypass, creating another route, and then just connecting it with the other one. So that's how I kind of solve this one. So the game does require you to think creatively, but again, it's real time, so you need to think quick, and so practice and experience really matters here. There's also lots of different options we're going to show you in a moment, including creating zip lines, shooting other enemies with a gun, creating different units that can actually do different things, like changing the pathing to a different color, converting other color creatures into your own color, and many cool things. But again, remember, the goal is to connect the path to the end, to the exit, so your creatures can actually pass and get inside. And for that, you're going to get money, which you can use in-game to buy stuff that can help you out further. Here, for example, just bombing the pathing for the blue team. Now, I want to steal the blue ones, turn it into red. So first of all, what I do, I create the pathing, and then I create a monks that allows me to convert enemies into my own color. So I create a few monks, and you can see they're just turning those blue ones into reds. This one will actually steal the color of the floor. You can see that the pathing was blue before, now it actually turns into the same color. However, there is a limit and you can't really steal some of the closest one, let alone the gate. You can change the gate's color, so we just stay blue. But the problem was they start coming back and they just die because they fall down. So I created a portal and positioning it there to just when they get inside, they're going to go outside of the exit portal, of the exit side of the portal, which is positioned to point toward this direction. Now the reason they're not getting in because it's crampy, and when it's, you know, it's overloaded with those little cute creatures, red creatures, just can't. You can see that I'm using now the gun to shoot the other blue ones, which I can do using one of the abilities. There's also zipline, elevators, and directional cues, so really different things that you can buy with the currencies that you get, resources that you get while playing the game. You can see what now there's enough room. The red ones, again only the reds, the blue one will fall down, will pass through and continue. So basically I'm stealing the blue ones and turning them into reds and transporting them back to the path. Now there's also another thing that I can put that automatically just change the color, you know, every few seconds in that area. So this is another utility that I have. I put this window in a certain location and it will just turn some of the blue ones into reds as well. Of course, against wheel players, it's going to be much more problematic because wheel players will know exactly what to do. Or again, it's going to be harder, of course, compared to this practice mode. Now in terms of, again, this is a VR game, so basically I start with rotation and you can teleport. It's available or free movement. I personally prefer free movement for this game, but again, both options are available for you. I think the size of the arena is actually well implemented, allowed you more time to actually create strategies. Again, it's not too short, not too long, and again, it's not exhausting to move around. And it really fits kind of when you're playing against 4 players, for example, or the 4 players are playing, this gives you more time to kind of strategize, versus other players. And also keep an eye, of course, what's happening when other players try to ruin your day. So again, moving around, looking up and down the arena, the size was just right. And by the way, I was playing seated. You can play this in standing as well. And if you think it's a bit slow, you can speed things up with an ability. Yeah, as you can see, really fun. So again, the variety of different options that you have to strategize with are fun, not overwhelming, but enough to create really fun and strategic gameplay. Some of the, by the way, of the abilities are really powerful and strong and really kind of game-changing. So, but of course, the stronger one is going to be more expensive, so you need to use them wisely and at the right time. There's also those magic tower, which are optional if you want to have them. That allows you to sacrifice those creatures, and it will produce you 20 diamonds per second. Again, you need to dominate it with more of your creatures in order to get those that resources. And you can see right now I have 0 diamonds, and you can use them to purchase global event, magic, and other abilities. Now you can allow spectators, you can choose the match time either 20 or 30 seconds. It also supports voice communication, so you can turn mic on or off, it's up to you. You can mute other players, and you can have spectators also watching your game. Again, you can see that magic mode on the right is optional. You can turn it on or off, basically if you want this feature to be in the game. Let's take a look at some more abilities.
Exit gates have been cursed. Reaching your exit will temporarily give you negative score.
Now the Reimagined will actually make half of the Niftons die, including yours. So overall, my first impression, this is a fantastic wisdom strategy games to play with your friends. And again, if you love Lemmings from all the Lemmings game, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this game as well. Well designed, really cool skills, really fun gameplay. In terms of gameplay length, maybe I think it's a bit too long considering it's a VR game to a gameplay session, but that's my opinion. Overall, highly recommend it. Get it on SideQuest, have fun. I see you on the next video. Cheers.